I may have just stumbled upon the best PC case I've ever had on the channel, and it comes from a company I have zero experience with. This is the Montech Sky 2. Is it the best case of 2022? Let's find out. Hey guys, CJ here from Elevated Systems, and today I'm going to be talking about the Montech Sky 2, a mid-tower ATX case that I think may be the best case of 2022. Now, I have to admit, I've never bought or built in a Montech case before, but when they reached out to me and said they had a case in Moroccan blue, I just had to check it out, and I'm glad I did because this case is kind of awesome. So in typical fashion, let's go through the specs and features, show you what you can and can't fit in the case, do some thermal testing. I'll take you through my build notes, including the pros and cons, and we'll finish up with my overall conclusion on the value of the Montech Sky 2. The Sky 2 measures 430 millimeters deep by 215 millimeters wide by 490 millimeters tall. The case is compatible with mini ITX, micro ATX, and ATX motherboards, can accommodate CPU coolers up to 168 millimeters, graphics cards up to 400 millimeters, and ATX power supplies up to 210 millimeters long. The case comes with 4 120 millimeter fans, 1 rear mounted, 2 side mounted, and a separate fan that can be mounted to the top of the PSU shroud for bottom up intake. In addition, the case can accommodate 3 120 or 2 140 millimeter top mounted fans, or up to a 360 millimeter top mounted radiator or AIO. There are several millimeters of space behind the motherboard tray for cable management, including a cable channel with Velcro straps and multiple tie down points. There are mounting points for 2 2.5-inch SSDs and a removable drive tray that can hold 2 3.5-inch hard drives, as well as a third 2.5-inch SSD. The front or top I/O includes the power button, an LED selection switch, 2 5 gigabit USB Type A ports, separate headphone and microphone jacks, and a 20 gigabit Type C port. The rear of the case includes 7 bridgeless PCIe expansion ports, all of which have replaceable covers. Both the left tempered glass and right steel side panels feature typical rear thumb screw secured and slide off design. The top mesh panel also removes in the same manner. The front panel is tempered glass, and along with the mesh lower panels are secured with several clips and can be removed. However, I didn't find it necessary as part of my assessment or build process. There is a magnetic filter on the inside of the right panel for the intake and a slide out filter for the power supply. When I took this case out of the box, I immediately noticed 2 things. First, the color. While it's not exactly the Moroccan blue I remember from my trip to Chefchaouen, it definitely gives off a Mediterranean vibe and has a small metallic fleck in the powder coat, which gives it a really unique look and is a welcome change from all the black or white PC cases I've built in since the mid-2000s, but the case also comes in black and white for $10 to $20 cheaper. The second thing I noticed was what I thought was a bad fan setup, as all the fans appeared to be exhaust fans, but when I looked closer, I saw the blades on the side fans were inverted. These, along with the optional bottom fan, are actually reverse fans, so they're intake fans. So all the fans in the case are oriented the same way, and you don't have to look at the ugly side of the fan. The 3 installed fans are also pre-wired into an included fan and RGB hub, which is a nice little touch. Most cases just have the fan cables bundled up in twist ties, even if there's a built-in fan hub. I do need to pass on a note here. Montech has discovered that in some instances, when all 4 fans are connected to the hub, they may not reach their max rated speeds. Montech is replacing the hubs in units that haven't shipped and will replace the hub for customers who receive a defective unit. Montech's proactive handling of that situation is appreciated. The issue may not affect most customers, and if it does, it can be easily fixed by plugging in one of the fans into a separate motherboard fan header until a replacement hub is received. Okay, let's move on to my build notes. I installed a full ATX board in the case to ensure there was enough clearance for cables and wires. As usual, it's best to route the cables through the lower rear pass-through before installing the PSU. However, the AC audio cable did fit even after the PSU was installed. There was plenty of space at the top of the case for cables, but I would definitely plug everything in up there before installing an AIO. If you do use an AIO, there is enough clearance for even the tallest RAM. The The color matched grommets on the front of the case were a little narrow, but I had no problem routing the ATX cable and everything else. The only cable that wouldn't fit was the front panel USB cable, but that's due to the 90-degree connector on my motherboard. And I have the perfect accessory for this. The 2¼ slot, 335mm long Red Devil graphics card fit in the case with plenty of room to spare. This case can even accommodate the 358mm ROG Strix RTX 4090 with room to spare. Cable management was a breeze. Along with the managed fan cables, I was able to fit all the cables in the cable management channel and strap them all in with the Velcro straps. One of my favorite features of this case is the small grommeted pass-through just for the PCIe power cables. So if you're using a next-gen NVIDIA card, you won't have to bend the cable as much to route it, avoiding fire hazards. However, using the Strix 4090 example again, you would only have about 19mm of clearance between the TG side panel with that card. The build went together perfectly, and I couldn't find any problems, which never happens. I actually spent some time trying to find a problem because I didn't want to seem like a Montech shill, but the grommets didn't even pop off when I pushed the 24-pin cable through, which always happens. However, I have been building PCs for a while, and I could tell that some cost cutting was done in terms of build quality and materials. The steel is a bit on the thin side, and I noticed it was bent out around one of the side panel screw holes. I also noticed a gap between the left TG and front panel, and the front bottom mesh panel is a little loose, but not to the point where it rattles. The case also doesn't include a separate PSU bracket, so the power supply can be installed from the rear of the case. Overall, it's a good case, but there are some areas where the quality was slightly sacrificed for a broader set of features while maintaining an affordable cost. In my thermal testing of the Sky 2 case, I recorded some pretty impressive temperatures. The CPU and VRM temps were 70.7 and 22.3 degrees Celsius above ambient, respectively, after conducting an average of 3 20-minute AIDA64 stress tests on an open-air test bench. And the GPU temp reached a maximum of 47 degrees Celsius above ambient after looping Port Royal for 20 minutes. Now, when I installed the system inside the Sky 2 case, the CPU temps rose by 0.3 degrees Celsius, which is statistically insignificant, and the VRM temps rose by 1.2 degrees Celsius. But here's the really cool part. With the reverse fan blowing directly into the GPU, the temps actually dropped by 2 degrees Celsius. Now, some of you might be thinking that these temps are pretty awesome, and you'd be right, but what's even more awesome is that this case is clearly designed to be used with a top-mounted all-in-one liquid cooling. How do I know? Well, for one, it comes with a reverse fan for the bottom of the case, and for another, it has an uneven number of intake and exhaust fans, which results in a positive pressure setup. This means that a 240 or 360mm AIO would be perfect for this case, especially if you're running a next-gen CPU, which, as we know, can get pretty hot. But don't worry, if you're not into liquid cooling, this case is still a great option for air cooling, and if you want to improve or balance the airflow for air cooling, you can simply add a fan or two on the top of the case. The Montech Sky 2 is a gaming PC case that offers a lot of features and value for its starting price of $99, making it one of the best value cases on the market. It comes in 3 color choices, blue, black, and white. It has a spacious interior that can accommodate larger next-gen hardware without feeling cramped. The case also includes 4 high airflow fans with customizable RGB lighting, allowing users to choose from multiple colors and patterns or bypass the hub entirely to use their motherboard lighting software. One of the standout features of the Montech Sky 2 is its design, which takes inspiration from top-selling cases like the Lian Li PC011 and the NZXT H510. The case has a classy, squarish RGB rimmed fan design and includes other modern features like bridgeless PCIe expansion covers, a GPU power cable pass-through, and easy cable management. Little things like the inclusion of color-matched grommets and every single thumb screw being captive and installed just hand tight from the factory add to the overall quality and convenience of the case. The only potential issue with the Montech Sky 2 is the fan hub, which some users have reported problems with. However, the company has responded to these issues and has a plan of action in place to replace the faulty hubs. If you've experienced this issue and have had your fan hub replaced by Montech, let us know in the comments. Overall, the Montech Sky 2 is the best PC case I reviewed in 2022. It offers a lot of features and a unique advanced design at an unbeatable price. It's a good choice for both experienced builders and those new to PC building, and is a top pick for anyone looking for a great PC case for their gaming setup. For current pricing and availability, check the link in the description below. Be sure to like and subscribe when you're there, and I'll see you in the next one.